Stu for Golf Fitness. Today we're going to talk about the most common swing fault that we see, and it's called early extension. Early extension is robbing you of power, it's robbing you of distance, and it's robbing you of accuracy. Today I'm going to talk about the physical issues that affect, or the underlying issues that could be affecting you on your downswing called early extension. But early extension is simply, on your downswing, you decrease the distance between you and the ball. So if I start off with the ball in this position, and on my downswing, if I thrust forward, up, as you can see, the club's going to come out. Now, if I don't do anything on my upper body, I'm either going to hit on that hosel, and it's going to go right. But most times, we stop our lower body, decel, our upper body squares the club face up, and then our upper body accelerates through. Now we got to pull left or block right. When you see the guys on the tour, if you drew a line on their glutes, on their back downswing, they'll actually push that line back. That is controlled by the pelvic, the core, and the glute area. A lot of times we see guys thrust forward, or something we call early extension. So, today we're going to figure out the underlying issues that could be affecting you on that downswing. Mobility-wise, we're talking about stiffness in the lower body. The hips, the knees, and the ankles. If you take a club and take it over your head, and if you can't sit down without going forward, that's normal. If we're going forward, then on the downswing, we're going to be trying to drive that hip down, that pelvic down, and guess what? It's going to pull us straight up. We're going to really extend. Internal lead hip rotation. Do we have some limited mobility in our internal lead hip? The ability to disassociate upper and lower body. Are we able to take our upper body, take our sternum over our knee? So on the downswing, fire that lower body to the target. So the swing is from the ground up, not from the ground down. So are we limited short here? And as you can see, I'm going to come over. Or are we able to disassociate from our lower body and our upper body? Pelvic mobility. How do we control our pelvic? Very big. We'll do a test, and I'm going to give you an exercise to strengthen it as well. Then we're talking about core strength and also glute strength. Are we firing with our glutes, or are we firing with our quads and pull us up and out? So, how are we going to see? Do we have some positive area, or do we have limitation in our pelvic region? Do this test for me. Come on, stand up. Do this test. Get your 6-iron stance. I want you to cross your arms. Now I want you to take your pelvic backwards. So I want you to anteriorly rotate your pelvic this way. This way. So I'm going to go from here. Anteriorly rotate your pelvic. Then I want you to pull your pelvic all the way underneath you. Rotate your pelvic back. And rotate your pelvic forward. I want you to do that 10 times. Go ahead and do it. Okay, so if you have any kind of limitation going back or going forward, on your downswing, when your pelvic anteriorly rotates this way, so this, if you can't do your pelvic, we're going to see a thrust and an extension. Very, very simple test. Go ahead and get on the floor. Just make sure all your joints are in line, your shoulders, elbows, and wrists, hips, knees, and ankles. That's just called cat and dog. I just want you to act like somebody has a string on their navel, and they're up on the ceiling, and they're going to pull that string up. Then they're going to pull that string all the way down on the floor. So, I'm going to pull the string up on the ceiling. So we're going to posterior rotate the pelvic, and then all the way down anteriorly rotate the pelvic. Big breath in. Posterior rotate the pelvic, and then all the way out. So, not only is it going to help increase pelvic mobility, but also going to increase some erect spine, so it's going to help with your back as well. So I want you to do that 10 times, and I want you to do 3 sets. Next, let's check our glutes, let's check our core. So on the downswing, as you know, the swing is from the ground up, not from the top down. So the ability to control your pelvis is, from a stability standpoint, is your core and your glutes. So on my downswing, if these glutes aren't firing, you're just going to see something. We're firing with our quads, we're going to be going forward. So glute strength, very, very big issue. Core strength controls pelvic, glutes fire. So on the downswing, it actually feels like you're screwing your lower body into the ground. Let's check that glute, let's check that core. Go ahead and lay on the ground. This is called a supine bridge. Very simple exercise. So I just want you to get on all fours. I want you to make your knees 90 degrees. Go ahead and fire your glutes up. As you can see, I'm driving with my heels. I'm not on my toes, I'm on my heels. From this position, I want you to stay here for 30 seconds. If you want to bring your hands up, that's fine. So go ahead and stay here for 30 seconds. Make sure your TBA is engaged, so make sure you control your abs. So just go ahead and engage your abs, your core. beginner. If you want to go advanced, go ahead and stick your leg out. Now I'm going to go ahead and lower my arms. Hips are staying up, and I want you to hold that for 30 seconds. Once you do 3 sets, I want you to do 30 seconds on the left, or the right, and then 30 seconds on the left, and I want you to hold it for another 30 seconds. That's 1 set. I want you to do 3 sets. So I'll show you some physical issues that can be affecting you mechanically on your downswing called early extension. First step I'll do is find out exactly what your physical issues are. So I'll definitely get an assessment from any golf fitness professional. And then, when you correct it from a physical side, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get in those positions on the downswing that your golf pro has been asking you to get into. So, when you fix it from a physical side, the mechanics should or usually take care of themselves. So, healthy body equals healthy game. Now let's go play some golf.